Welcome to Digital Literacy, a guide to using technology in journalism. This presentation is brought to you by the Henry W. Grady College of Journalism and Mass Communication at the University of Georgia. We're going to spend a couple of minutes talking about microphones as they apply to video cameras as well as to audio recorders. Great sound is a critical part of any multimedia piece. It doesn't matter if it's an audio slideshow, a podcast, an interview, or a traditional video. Getting good sound is absolutely important. Having bad sound in your piece can turn away an awful lot of viewers and listeners very, very quickly. One of the first tips that we'll give you is to make sure you're always wearing your headphones. And before you go too much further in this video, I'm going to recommend that you do put on a very good set of over-the-ear headphones if you have them available. That'll let you hear the differences in two different types of microphones we're going to be playing a little bit later on. Now, it's not terribly attractive to be wearing a big, bulky set of over-the-ear headphones, but if you're not listening to your sound as you record it, you're not really going to know what it is that you're getting. Let's spend a moment to talk about a couple of different types of microphones. And the first type is the one that's built in. Now, this may be built into your video camera or your audio recorder or your digital SLR camera. They're not great. They tend to be very small, they tend to be fairly non-directional, and you don't tend to have a whole lot of control over them. If you're using a handheld recorder like a Zoom or a Tascam recorder with built-in microphones, one of the issues that you will run into is that every time you handle the recorder, every time that you move it or push a button or make an adjustment on it, you may pick up a little bit of sound of that sort of shuffling around. So if you can, always go to an external type of a microphone. And the first type that you'll usually see mounted on top of a video camera is what we call a shotgun microphone. And a shotgun microphone is designed to pick up sound from a distance. Now, how far of a distance is going to depend upon the quality of the microphone you have and the way the pattern is set up on it. Some of them are a very, very narrow pattern so that they pick up small amounts of sound at long distances. And some of them have sort of a wider range, and that'll allow you to pick up more sound from a shorter type of a distance. The next type of microphone that you might use is something called a lavalier or a lav microphone. And this is the type that you'll typically see clipped onto somebody's shirt or lapel or onto their tie. The advantage to a lavalier microphone is it allows you to get very, very close to the source of your sound, and they can be fairly inconspicuous. One quick tip: if you're going to be doing a video and you're going to have a lavalier microphone on somebody, try and hide it by running it through their shirt, and always let them go ahead and do that. The third type of microphone that you'll often see is what we call a stick microphone, and this is your standard type of an omnidirectional microphone that's great for interviews if you've got a reporter holding it and then they go to interview somebody and just sort of move it over. We're not going to talk too much about those. Those are sort of the least favorite kind that I have for journalism projects. When it comes to microphones, placement matters quite a bit, and so one of the things that you always want to do is get it as close as you can. So in this scenario that we have here, we have a microphone that's sort of equidistant between two different sound sources, and what that means is it's going to pick up each of them equally. Now, if we go ahead and start moving the microphone closer to one of those sources, what it's going to do is that source is going to get louder relative to the other one, and that one is going to get quieter. And what this allows you to do is by placing that microphone closer to your sound source, you're going to get higher quality audio. So if you're in a very noisy environment, the closer that you can get to your sound source, the better the sound is going to be. So in this video clip here, we've got two kids playing a game of cards outdoors, and this is the sound that you will hear if you use just a shotgun microphone mounted on the camera. And the camera in this scenario is probably about 8 feet away from them.
Do you have any sixes?
Go fish. Do you have any fours?
Go fish. Do you have any threes?
Cheater.
Do you have any sixes?
Cheater, go fish. Do you have any fours? Go fish.
Go fish. Do you have any threes?
Cheater, go fish. Cheater, go fish. Do you have any fours? Go fish. Cheater, go fish. Do you have any fours? 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 Go fish. Do you have any fours?
you have any threes?
I hate you.
Now, what you probably heard in there is that the sound is a little echoey, and there's a whole lot of other sounds. There's sort of the bugs and the wood sounds, and if you listen very carefully in a couple of places, there's kids playing in the neighborhood. All of those sounds are picked up by that shotgun microphone. It's collecting a lot of sound, but it's not discriminating between different types of sound. Now, if we watch this video clip, and if you look carefully, you'll see that she has a little lavalier microphone clipped onto her. So now we have that smaller microphone very, very close to her and the source of sound coming from the left-hand side. You'll also notice that the sound of him is a little bit better as well.
Do you have any 4s?
Go fish. Do you have any threes?
Cheater.
Have any
Cheater.
sixes?
Cheater. Go fish. Do you have any 4s?
Go fish.
So again, a couple of things to think about when you're recording with microphones. You want to get your microphone as close as you can to the sound source. That's the quickest way to improve the overall quality of your sound. You also want to make sure that you are listening critically to your sound as you're recording it. So figure out on your audio recorder or on your camera how to listen and monitor the sound as it's being recorded. That way you'll have a good sense of what it is that you've got. This presentation has been brought to you by the Henry W. Grady College of Journalism and Mass Communication at the University of Georgia. For more videos in this series, visit us online at visualjournalism.info/diglit.